Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me. It's been a minute since I've filmed any videos and I do apologize. I've just been really busy with work and school. I just feel like I've been going non-stop and haven't had a break, honestly. Hence why I'm not wearing any makeup. I had school all morning today and I did have a little bit of time this afternoon to film, so I thought that I would do that today. So yeah, I am filming the well, what am I filming here? So basically, as you guys know, I'm in the process of going cruelty free, and I thought it would kind of be interesting to go through my collection and see what non-cruelty free products that I even have left, because I've been kind of curious about this for a while. And yeah, I thought I would go ahead and share with you guys the products that I have remaining. And I'm kind of quite surprised in some ways, I guess. In some areas or categories I'm like, oh wow, I thought I had more non-cruelty free products, and then vice versa, I'm like, oh, I have a shit ton in this category, I gotta get my butt in gear. So yeah, I am probably going to be decluttering some of this sometime down the line. I haven't really decided yet, but yeah, I am just going to share with you guys the makeup products that are not cruelty free in my collection. And so I'm going to start off with this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I like this, but it's not cruelty free, and I'm currently working on it. So yeah, that's the first thing that's not cruelty free in my collection. Now moving on to some, I guess, eye products. I have two eyeshadow primers and another one from Laura Mercier. This is the Laura Mercier just eye base in wheat, and I haven't used it yet, so I have that and just a little sample. And then I have the Lorac behind the scenes eyeshadow primer, and this is about halfway gone, so that should be gone by the end of the year, I'm hoping. Continuing on with eyes, I have two mascaras here. Both are, well, one is from YSL, and it's the YSL The Shock Mascara. And this is just a deluxe sample. I am actually really excited to try this out because I've heard good things, but obviously I would not repurchase or purchase it just because they do test on animals. And then I have the Diorshow Mascara. I forget what this is exactly called. I think it's just the Diorshow Mascara. I've used a sample of this in the past and I didn't really like it. I feel like it's overly fragrant, so I might actually just get rid of this. I haven't not decided yet. And then continuing on with eyes, I do have two palettes here. So this is like a Z palette, some MAC eyeshadows, and I have 5 in here, and I like the palette and whatnot, but yeah, these are the MAC eyeshadows, and in my personal opinion, I feel like MAC eyeshadows are decent quality, but they're not the best. So I think there's other shadows that perform better than these, but that's just my 2 cents. So let me see if I can remember the names here. I believe I have the shade Nylon, All That Glitters, Cranberry, Wedge, and Soft Brown. And to be honest with you, I haven't really touched these since I bought them and since going cruelty free, so I might potentially pass these along when I do my declutter, but I haven't decided yet. And then I do have the Lorac Pro Palette. This is just the original one, and mine is pretty well loved. I do have some pan in several shades in here. And this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I don't use this anymore. This was one of my go-to palettes, but the only reason why I've been holding on to this is for like Halloween costumes. Recently, my mom and I went as Mr. Fredricksen and Russell from the movie Up, and we used some of these darker shades for my eyebrows, so that's the only reason why I'm keeping this is for Halloween. And I do occasionally use this, but it's not anything like I used to use it, so I will see. I might keep this for that purpose, but I don't like use it on the daily, if that makes any sense. Moving on to some more cheek products or face products. So I have another MAC product here. This is the MAC blush in Hypnus, and this is a frost finish, and it's just a like standard pink blush. There is a little bit of sheen to it. Now, I'm not super crazy about pink blushes. I prefer more like coral or peachy blushes, where this is a little bit too pink for me. However, the packaging is incredible, and I know this was limited edition, and I know many people like wanted this blush or sought after it, but I don't know, it's not my favorite. Definitely would not repurchase. Probably will be decluttering that sometime down the line. Haven't decided yet. However, this blush I freaking love. Every fall and winter I pull this out, and this was actually gifted to me by my friend Nisi here on YouTube, or Candy. And this is the Chanel blush in the shade Rose Bronze, and she sent this to my to me, and I absolutely love it. It's just a like rosy blush, and I love like rosy blushes and like peachy blushes. Those are my jams, so I am somewhat having a hard time parting with this. However, I do think that the Hourglass blush in Mood Exposure is similar enough to where I could potentially part with this, but I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, continuing on to some blushes and one bronzer. So as I mentioned, I do really like peachy or corally blushes, and I have Benefit Coralista here. This has been a long-time favorite of mine, and I've hit major pan on mine. I am currently trying to use this up because I do love it. I will miss it, but I've also found a close enough dupe, I think. Well, it's still it's more expensive than this, but I feel like it's a good dupe in my opinion, and it is the Hourglass Luminous Flush Blush. That's a mouthful, but it's very similar to this color, and I like it almost more than this, but I'm currently working on panning this, and I will be sad when it's gone, but I also feel like it's time that I move on to something else. A couple more blushes here from Benefit. This is Bella Bamba, and I don't actually know if they make this shade anymore. I know for a while it was like rumored that they were just gonna be discontinuing it, but I don't know if they actually did or not. But this is what it looks like. It's more of a kind of fruit punch pink, I guess, and it's very shimmery. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I just feel like something about it doesn't look that good on my skin. I don't know if it's this one. I don't know if it's because this one has like more shimmer to it. It's not glittery, but it feels like there is like glitter infused in there. I don't know. I will probably pass this along at some point, but I just haven't done my declutter. But I did like this at one time, but it's not my favorite anymore. And then the last Benefit product that I have is the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and this was a go-to bronzer of mine in the past. Now, not my favorite. I could probably do without this, but I still do have it at the moment. And then I do have 4 highlighters here. They are from Lorac. And I did want to mention, I keep mentioning Lorac in this video because I've heard mixed things. They're kind of in that gray area where nobody really knows if they're cruelty free or not. So I want to get your opinion on whether or not you think they are cruelty free. I don't know. I just feel like if they're either you're cruelty free or you're not cruelty free, there shouldn't be any wishy-washy, you know, conversation. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are if you think Lorac is cruelty free or if you don't. I kind of I'm kind of in the middle, like I don't really know. Like I want to consider them cruelty free, but then they're kind of being wishy-washy, so I don't really know. But anyways, I have 4 highlighters here. I did have 5 altogether or something, but I did already end up passing one of these along to my mom. But these are the Lorac Illuminating highlighters. I have Starlight, Moonlight, Daylight, and Limelight. And Limelight was part of the I Heart Brunch collection that came out a couple years ago, I think. So I do like these highlighters. However, I find that these are more subtle, which I don't think is a bad thing, but they're not my favorite formula anymore. I feel like there's other subtle highlighters out there that I like better than this, but I do like them, and I am currently holding on to them because, you know, occasionally, again, I do use them every once in a while, just hasn't been something, you know, on the daily. And then finally I have some lip products. So what I'm currently using up is the MAC lip liner in Soar. I have a shit ton of this left, as you can see. But yeah, this is just like a mauve-y lip liner, Dusty Rose. It's really pretty. I I can dupe this out like so many times, so you do not need to spend the money on this. I think it's a fine lip liner, but it's not anything that I would, you know, I guess be sad if I didn't have it. So yeah, I definitely need to work on this, and I am currently working on it, but it's taking forever to use. And then I do have another MAC lipstick here, MAC product. This is the MAC lipstick in the shade Whirl, and this is a matte. This is a beautiful shade. However, I don't know if I really like this color on me so much anymore. This was like my go-to shade last fall and winter. I do like the formula. It's fine, but I don't think MAC lipsticks have the best formula, and yeah, so there's that. Then I have a Lorac lipstick in the shade Secret Agent. It's basically like the same color as the MAC one, so there's that. And again, I like this, but I feel like I have similar colors already in my collection that look like this, so I don't really need this. I like it. It was one of my go-to shades last fall, but not one of those things where once it's gone or once I declutter it, it will be one that I miss. And then the amount of money that I spent on this lipstick is absurd. This is the YSL lipstick, and this is the shade number 9. I don't really know what it's called, but this is what it looks like. I've had this for a while. The color, the formula I like, but yeah, I bought it mainly for the packaging, which I know is so silly. Like back in the day, I wanted a YSL lipstick so bad, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it and buy it. I did, and not that I don't like it, but it's one of those things where I bought it and I almost like don't want to use it because I spent so much money on it, which is so stupid because, you know, you should use it if you spend so much money on it. But I am probably going to either when I use it up or if it goes bad on me, I will probably solely keep it for the packaging because it's just too pretty not to have on display. I mean, it's weighted, it's very weighted, and I really like the packaging, so there's that. And the last lip product is a mini, also from YSL. This is their YSL Tint and Oil. I think it's the shade number 5. I am wearing it on my lips right now. This is kind of like a lip gloss that turns into a lip stain, if that makes sense. So it goes on super glossy and kind of clear, and then it does change into whatever color, you know, you have. And this is what the color looks like. It's just a mini. I do like it. I wouldn't purchase it just because, you know, not cruelty free, and it's not my, I'm not really the biggest fan of lip oils or whatever. So yeah, anyways, those are the current products that are not cruelty free in my makeup collection. Keep in mind, I didn't go through my like hair care, skin care, body care, anything like that. But this is just solely makeup, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you for bearing with me and just sticking around and being here and being so supportive. It really means a lot to me. Let me know what you think about the whole Lorac situation, I guess, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye!